In today's video, we feature another Hot Wheels Redline. This, I believe, is from 1969. It's a Ford Mark IV. And it's actually not in terrible shape, but it's not in great shape either. You'll see here in a moment. A lot of the cars I've been restoring have been really bad off, and this is probably one of the better examples. See, it's not too bad. It's got some stickers on there in the back. Don't know what that is. The wheels are bent, and they're in bad shape, and it's generally just dirty. And throughout the video, I'll describe some different techniques I use to polish the car. We're doing a couple different things in this video just to make it a little bit different. So when those times come, I'll explain those. In the meantime, sit back and enjoy. Now here we're going to use the tumbler, which I typically use for brass, for cleaning my ammo. Instead of using the wire wheel brush, figured we'd give this a shot. It has media in there that is specific for the brass, but as you'll see here in a little bit, it turns out really well, and I did not have to use the wire wheel brush once. Here's yet another thing you don't see, primer. I typically don't use primer. I get a lot of questions about that because I'm using transparent paint. Here I'm using just Testors enamel. Here it is before we clear coat it. Got about 3 coats of Testors enamel thinned out. It's actually about a 1-to-1 mix with lacquer thinner. And then we're going to polish it. We're using some polishing compound with a very light buffing wheel on the Dremel. Just rubbing it all over there, and here is the finished result. It pretty much doesn't have any flaws in it at all. Now the bump you see on the front where the kind of hood would normally be, that is part of the casting. Now here we're going to polish up the windshield a little bit. I'm using Mother's Polish, which is the same thing that I typically use to polish the bodies before I paint them with the transparent style paint. Just using that with a very light buffing wheel and getting the inside and outside to get rid of those fine scratches. It won't eliminate them, but it'll kind of mask them. You could also clear coat the windshield if you'd like. And here we're cleaning up the interior. It's pretty dirty, just water, brush, and I use some canned air to finish it off.